now we are vlogging through the streets of South B. But before I go too far, let me just introduce, let me take time to introduce myself. So, Ngoro, this stage is yours. Let you introduce yourself.
How are you? Bonjour, they say in French. Arigato in Japanese. Konnichiwa in Chinese. I wanted to say in Germany, but actually don't know what they actually say in German, but yeah, and in Swahili, as we say, Jambo. So a brief history about myself. My name is Kevin, but here you may refer to me as It's Ngoro. Yeah, it's according to my YouTube channel. So actually, I grew up in this place. I grew up actually in this place. I wanted to do so many things, but I could not. But so I usually am a language enthusiast. I wanted really to know so many languages. Yeah, I grew up knowing so many languages: Swahili, English, my mother tongue, and now I know a little bit of French. Je suis capable de parler français. So, as I said, I am actually a language enthusiast, and so today I'm actually going to visit this one building, which has always been in my mind, on my mind, that how long has it taken to build this building, you know? Because at the time I grew up, it was in the year 2011, 2012 there. It's the year I came into Nairobi, and the building actually had started already. Up to this day, we are in the year 2026. Still the building is continuing to being built. So actually, it's even older than a 13-year-old person. That's how long this building has taken. So really has gotten my eyes to know what is actually really into this building, that it has taken this much long to be built.
So actually, this is my favorite part of the vlog actually. This is the roundabout, which most of the time I usually like taking it because it looks so nice, so gorgeous. As you can see also, you make here a big U-turn as I make here, so as to progress to other places that I would love to visit. Yes, I know this is actually I hope this won't be my last one, because I'm actually planning on vlogging more. So let's go.
As you can see, it has among the largest, what do we call it? One of the largest parking lots. As you can see from here up to there, it is actually its parking lot. And from where we are is there. All that, it has been its own parking lot. You can see the sky view of Nairobi. Yeah, actually a good city. As they say, it's the city under the sun. So actually the building I wanted to go and see how far it has gotten, it's actually this one here. Let me zoom in. Yeah, that building over there, and many other more. So be relaxed, get entertained. Yeah, actually a very good scene to see the whole of this city. Yeah, just moving from behind there. Where I'm actually going, this is actually so many motors usually have here. They are what? They are shows. Yes, they usually host here their shows. As you can see, that is Sinotruk, Hino, Hyundai, Suzuki, Wagon, Mazda, Toyota, and etc. So, my friend, be willing to be entertained. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe also to this YouTube channel, and many more other things actually. Yeah.
So let me give you A fun fact about this area. You see, this was my favorite spot where I used to come and think about many things, the good things I wanted to do in this life. Because I wonder where did those visionary young men went? Because at a point I came here to see this building, this Kirdi building, technological office, because I had the passion of becoming one day, what are they called? I mean, a civil engineer. Yes, I wanted to build a building, bigger one, for myself, to lie myself, my family, and the rest of everybody that whoever came in my life. Yeah. And what's actually a very nice experience I ever had seeing this big building made me sure. Yeah, so the pleasure is yours. Take the view.
That is the building itself. I think we have already gotten here. Yes, as you can see, it's actually aside with the Ramraj Medical Complex Center. That is the name. So, my guys, I think this Vision 2030. I actually see so many countries, enrolling them, advertising them as it's one so much bigger thing. And as you can see from this one here, it really is a big thing. That is the building itself. One day we shall come here when it is actually done, when it is completed. When the construction is being completed, we shall come here. For now, you can hear the machines. Those are machines actually working here. Those are men on work. This is actually a working site. Yeah, so I was telling you, this building, it has lasted more than a 13-year-old boy. Yeah, a 13-year-old person, because from the year 2012, 2026, I think those are 14 years. 14 years. It is even older than a 14 years. It's older than a 13-year person. Equal to a 14 years. So don't mess with the building itself. Yeah? So many infrastructure going on. There. As you can see, so many things are actually going on. Yeah. So I think Vision 2030, we are almost ready for you guys. But I've been wondering, why does such a building take so many years? I think you can now see the progress. You can now see why.
I want to just take a quick turn here and there, see my old mates, explore some new areas. Actually, there's no new areas because this was among the areas I used to like to take a walk. Yeah, even and I know if you're wondering why the camera actually is facing down is to avoid too much attention, because most Nairobians don't like to be taken a photo or being recorded. And that is actually me thinking whether I'll speak in public, no? Or should I just record myself and walk? But so I decided to do it. I decided to record myself. Walk it through, Ngoro. Walk it through. Yeah. Be proud, be proud. I know it is not easy. Even walking and recording yourself is not that easy. No? So Ngoro, feel the embracement. Make it count, man. Yeah. Actually are at a roundabout in the Matames Recordio Hospital, and right now we are heading back, so see you. As you can see already, it's a very long journey and there's scorching sunlight. I think it is now you get to understand that the reason why usually it's called the city under the sun, because the sunlight does not make any mistakes. So if you ever wish to come to this great city, know one thing that you shall face it, which is actually very tormenting, it is that sunlight. But at the moment we are actually in the coldest season, so but that is just a peep of the sun. But even in this cold season, when the sunlight comes, it is not very not very conducive, because if you are not used to it, I promise you, everything of you, it is going to go for every plan. Let's now take this roundabout. Yeah, this is among the corner best roundabouts because it usually has flowers. But as you can see nowadays, it has started like these flowers are good. They are not very well kept nowadays. I don't know actually the reason why, because before these flowers we used to come here to see butterflies. Yeah, some butterflies used to lie here, stay here, And actually these buildings around, it's actually the hospital on my left, and on my right there are actually government buildings. Not any government buildings like government offices, no. These are actually government constructed house, which most officials, let's say like teachers, any government official, mostly stay there, and well, it's also anyone who wishes to rent there, you can also rent there. Let me tell you another story. See those houses on my right. Most when you are young, actually our school is inside in the middle there of those houses there. Yes, those houses. Our school used to be there. And one of the things which made us actually to study was that, because our teacher, when he used to give us examples, he used to tell us, the moment you wake up and realizes that this life is not just about living poverty, dying in poverty, doing everything you ever wish you can, believing that only rich are only meant for the rich, richness is only meant for the richness, that means you are losing your focus. And he ensured that we got to understand that topic so well, every part of it, every inch. So he had to take every advice to keenness, very keen, because it was of great importance to us, seeing these new places, getting to see new things. It wasn't so easy. And even at the time, I remember there was actually a trip, and the teacher said that if you can afford the fees, the money to get you to the trip, you can bring your money. And most of the students never had the money, so we had to stay back in school. They say we guard the school, because if you cannot go anywhere, you must guard it. So as you see, this place is actually nowadays it looks so bad, because government actually, see this green wall over here, this green iron, yes, it is iron, made of iron, which is actually painted green. Before, we used to have their houses, but there was a time when the government came and demolished those houses, saying that they are planning to build their own affordable housing. I think you can go search on YouTube, affordable housing. Yeah, it is where the system where people get to pay money slowly by slowly and living in those houses. And they ended up destroying the whole of this place. Actually, it is usually closed like this because it's actually a bigger field to prevent anyone from entering. And that is now the school, Mariakani Comprehensive School. Actually, that is the school which I went to. Yeah, it gave me memories, and it traumatized me so badly, I remember one time, I was actually in class 1. Most of us got to school when we are old enough, very big sized body. And this one time, this guy used to, You know, when you are coming from the village, first time being in Nairobi, the Nairobians used to take advantage of you. So this short guy came and actually bullied me. And one of the scenes that I'll never forget, you know. So since they told me that you should not fight in the school, so he had to run and he hid in the toilets, you know. And you can imagine the embarrassment. As a village boy being harassed in town, man. Even I thought, why could they not take me back to school? Why could they not take me back to the village, you know? This place was also one of the most amazing places you can ever come to. On the left here, we used to have supermarkets and grocery stores of every kind, but my favorite one was actually here. You want to know why it was actually my favorite? It's because they used to sell these cakes, but they were not actually full cakes, but broken ones. Yeah? Let me zoom in for you. Yes, there. And set that door over there. That blue one. So they used to go to like weddings. They used to serve weddings with big cakes, make cakes, but most of the times these weddings, they go and take these remaining broken cakes, which are actually small pieces, and they go sell them. So we used to come to sell them and buy them and do whatever we want. Yeah, and it was actually a very nice experience. And this was actually where we used to come to sit and used to have good shades. We come just sit down here. We dance through the woods, we do etc. to ourselves. I think actually my childhood was very, very fun. Yeah, coming into this area here on my right, the usual actually sell is called charcoal. So most of the time we used to come here, we apply ourselves charcoal so that you may look more darker. Yeah, and it was really a very nice experience. Even though some people saw us as so bizarre and so poverty mentality, you know, they used to say that the poverty, when it infests your mind, you can't even think of other ways rather than your own self, you know. But actually it was fine. Want to go back, move back, see this all muddy areas, this all dirty water which usually passes here, not because it's dirty, it's actually a building behind me which is being constructed. It's actually the one, let's first cross the road. it's actually a building which is so being constructed that we usually throw most of the dust into the road, into the mitaros. Yes, as they think so, into the mitaros and etc. So now, as we go back, I want to thank you all. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you can also share with your friends, because I want to better the next video, since this is part 1. So there's be actually part 2, where we get to see most of the areas that we have left out in part 1 of the video. So let me finish again as saying au revoir, as they say in French, kwaheri as they say in Kiswahili, and in English they say nice weekend or nice day if you're in a day. Yes, and welcome once more again.